Afternoon students, we shall learn the chapter The Delhi Sultanate. So before starting the chapter, I would like to recall some things which we had done earlier. Okay, so you learned about the Rajputs and the Muslim rulers, Muhammad al Khajni, Muhammad Ghori, yes or no? All these things you learned earlier. So who were the first people ruling over India? The Rajputs were ruling over India, yes or no? You got who were Rajputs, and what is the meaning of Rajputs and all. Then you tell me, who were the first Muslim people to come in India? Who came earlier at first? That were the Arabs, yes or no? The Arabs came to India at first. Then after Arab came to India, who laid the foundation of Muslim rule in India? That is, who started developing their power over India? The Turks, yes or no? The Turks laid the foundation of Muslim rule, means that Turkish people laid the first foundation of Muslim power in India. Okay, then next question comes, who ruled over India before Muslim came? Who was ruling over India before the Muslim came? You learn in this chapter, right? Prithviraj Chauhan was a Rajput, yes or no? Who defeated Prithviraj Chauhan? Muhammad Ghori defeated Prithviraj Chauhan, yes or no? So Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated by Muhammad Ghori. So before Muhammad Ghori, he was a Turk, yes or no? Before Muhammad Ghori, who was ruling? Prithviraj Chauhan was ruling. And who was Prithviraj Chauhan? He was a Rajput, yes or no? So the answer to this question is the Rajputs ruled over India before Muslim came. Okay, you don't have to write the answers. I am just doing this for explanation. Okay, then which Muslim ruler defeated the Rajputs? Who was the Muslim ruler who defeated the Rajputs? As just now I told you that Muhammad Ghori, yes or no? Muhammad Ghori defeated the Rajputs. So Muhammad Ghori came into power after the Rajput, yes or no? He was the first powerful ruler of Muslims. Then Muhammad Ghori was capturing these places. No, you can know this by reading this paragraph. Then after that, he handed over all the powers to whom? Qutbuddin Aibak, yes or no? Ghori left the responsibility of further conquest on his general Qutbuddin Aibak. Means he handed over all the powers to Qutbuddin Aibak. So whom did Muhammad Ghori handed over responsibility? Qutbuddin Aibak. Okay. So from here the new lesson starts. So the points which I underline are important. You have to read these points, then you will understand. Okay. So Muhammad Ghori laid the foundation of Muslim rule in India. He was the first powerful leader of the Muslims, yes. Then Ghori left all his generals. Qutbuddin Aibak, he provided all the responsibility to Qutbuddin Aibak after his death. So Qutbuddin Aibak managed to establish his control over Delhi. Then after Muhammad Ghori died, who came to power? Qutbuddin Aibak came to power after Muhammad Ghori. Okay. Then after that, Qutbuddin Aibak came to power. The Delhi Sultanate rules started in India. That is, the Sultan means here it is written ruler. Okay. So the rule of Muslims started in India. And it started from Muhammad Ghori. Then after that, Qutbuddin Aibak came to power. Yes or no? And it continued from AD 1206 to AD 1526. So in this 3 years of period, 3 centuries, not years, okay, in these 3 centuries, that is in 1 year, in 1 century there are 100 years. So 100, 200, 300. So 3 centuries the rule of Muslim people continued in India. Okay, so in these 3 centuries total, there are many dynasties. Okay, what is dynasty now? The family of rulers. So there are different family ruling over the 3 centuries. So there are many dynasties and many family of rulers, and those families were known as were having different name. They were slave dynasty that was founded by Aibak, Qutbuddin Aibak, then Khaljis, Tughlaqs, and Saids and Lorids. Okay, Lodis. This is Lodis. So we shall learn all this in this chapter. Okay. So who was Qutbuddin Aibak? He was one person working under Muhammad Ghori. Yes or no? He was working under Muhammad Ghori, and Muhammad Ghori handed over all the powers to Qutbuddin Aibak because of his sincerity and honesty towards his leader. Okay, so he was a slave of Muhammad Ghori. Slave means, you know, a person working under another person. Qutbuddin Aibak was a slave of Muhammad Ghori. Okay, so it was a common practice among Turks at the time to train loyal slaves in military warfare and administration. Means at that time what happened? There were some people working under a leader. Okay, and those small people are known as, they worked as slaves. Okay, under those people they worked as slaves, and seeing their honesty towards the leader, they were made king afterwards. Okay, have you understood this? So I will explain you here that there was one leader, that was Muhammad Ghori. Yes or no? He was a leader. Then after that there were many slaves working under Muhammad Ghori. So among these people one was Muhammad Qutbuddin Aibak. Okay, among the slave one was Qutbuddin Aibak, and as he was very clever and powerful, Muhammad Ghori handed over all the powers to Qutbuddin Aibak. Means after the death of Muhammad Ghori, Qutbuddin Aibak will come to power. Have you understood now? So Qutbuddin Aibak came to power, and after that the slave dynasty started. Means slave dynasty means different people will come under a leader, and then the king or the leader will rule the slaves. Okay, and that was known as slave dynasty, and from that the slave dynasty started. Okay, and as the slave dynasty started that time, those kings were known as, Sultan means king, you know, ruler, king or ruler. Sultan means, okay, so they were known as Mamluk Sultans. Mamluk means slave rulers, means they will work under a big leader. Okay, have you understood this now? Who was Qutbuddin Aibak? We will learn here. So Qutbuddin Aibak was a powerful leader after the death of Muhammad Ghori. So to become more powerful and to rule over many countries, okay, that is, I will show you here. So Qutbuddin Aibak ruled from AD, that is Anno Domini 1206 to AD 1210. Okay, that is he ruled 4 years. Okay, 1206 to 1210. 4 years he ruled. So during his rule, what he did, to make himself as more powerful ruler, he started matrimonial alliances. Means he started marriage affairs. Like here it is given. So Qutbuddin Aibak, what he did marriage affairs. Means to become a powerful leader and to make him a more powerful leader, what he did, he tried to conquer a lot of places. Okay, so how he can get power over various places? When he will have marriage affairs. Okay, marriage affairs, like he married his daughter, he married the daughter of a general of Ghori. Okay, he married Tajuddin Yalduj. As it is written here, he married the daughter of Tajuddin Yalduj, a general of Ghori. So he married the daughter of Tajuddin Yalduj. Okay, here the name of his daughter is not mentioned. So again he gave his sister marriage to Nasiruddin Kubacha, that is a leader of Sindh. Then again he also married his daughter, his own daughter, to his loyal slave, that is Samsuddin Iltutmish, so that his power, he can become more powerful by making various relations with powerful kings and the rulers. Yes or no? He can have more powerful, he can become more powerful leader by making this kind of relations. That's why he did matrimonial alliances. He did marriage affairs to become more powerful. Okay, then next comes Qutbuddin Aibak. Qutbuddin Aibak proved to be not just a clever ruler but also an able administrator. He made many efforts to promote peace in his lands. Means he did many things to provide justice and make peace in his lands. Okay, he never did any kind of violence to any people. He was a very good ruler. He treated all his subjects with kindness. Subjects means his people, and dispensed justice impartially. Means he provide justice to all people equally. Okay, impartially means equally. His generosity earned him the title of Lakh Baksh, that means the giver of lakhs. So he used to give money to various people. He used to give money to his citizens. Okay, so he was given the title of Lakh Baksh, as he was the giver of lakhs. He gave money to people, that's why people gave him the title of Lakh Baksh. Okay, Baksh means Baksh, you know the meaning. This is in Hindi. Then a number of scholars like Hasan Nizami and Fakiruddin enjoyed his patronage. Aibak also constructed some Islamic monuments. He built 2 mosques, one in Delhi and one in Ajmer. Scholars means students. Okay, enjoyed his patronage. That is, he used to provide very good kindness to all people. So they are also enjoying. Means the students used to have many kind of problems, no, with their ruler, but the scholars of his people were enjoying there. Okay, then these were some of the monuments he built up during his rule. Then next comes how he died. Okay, he died in an polo accident. Now what is polo? It is a horse driven, it is a horse ridden. A game is there earlier, so while he was playing the game he died. Okay, then after him a very powerful leader came into power after he died. Okay, that is Iltutmish. So Samsuddin